Welcome, welcome everybody. Belladonna, I can see you're here. Emmeline, hello, lovely. Kim, I see you, my gorgeous one. It's been a nice sunny day today, so that kind of inspired me to maybe do a few openers for our solar plexus chakra, which is the one just above the belly button, and maybe the sacral chakra as well, which is the one just below the belly button. The sacral chakra, I'm going to come back a little bit. Sacral chakra is just below the belly button here, and sacral chakra in Sanskrit is called, hold on one moment, Svadhisthana, which is a word I can't pronounce well, but it means the home of self, which I always quite like. It's kind of that idea of the gut feeling and our kind of the sense of things within our belly, and I quite like that idea of our sense of self here. And then the solar plexus just above the belly button is Manipura, which is known as the city of jewels, which is a beautiful name, a beautiful image of kind of light and energy within the body. And these are just little symbolic focal points within the body. So when we think about opening through this space here, we might think of chakras. We might just think about opening around the muscles or giving ourselves space for the belly and the intestines to do our digesting of our food. So we can think of it in an energetic, but also just a physiological sense as well, to create space within the body. So we'll just kind of hold those ideas loosely in our mind, and we always have kind of just loose inspirations for our practice, and we kind of just see how we roll. So we're just going to begin, as we so often do, in an easy seat. So you can sit on cushions or blocks if you want to, whatever feels comfortable, letting the sit bones settle into the earth. We're gently rising through the torso. Imagine somebody is gently pulling you by a thread, that first sense of creating space through our center point. So our spine is long and tall. There's space for our organs, there's space for our lungs to breathe deep. And if you wish, you're welcome to close the eyes as we just take a minute or two to arrive in our practice. To let the body and the breath to begin to settle. To let any to-do lists or busy thoughts settle, hopefully away from us at the side of the room. We'll pop them aside. We'll just take a little time to arrive. I can see someone in the waiting room, so I'll let somebody physically arriving. If we were in a studio all together right now, we'd be taking our time to settle, to find our space, to do all we needed to do to begin to let the outside world fall away. And we get to arrive in the space on our mats. Know that for half an hour or so, there is nothing that we have to do. There is no competition, there is no comparison, there is no place we must get to. It is just a journey of listening, connecting in our own way. So when you feel ready, from our easy seat, what we're going to do is we're going to rock over the knees to come to a tabletop position. And this is where, if you want to bring padding underneath the knees, you're welcome to do that if that's more comfortable for you. And then we're going to start with our lovely puppy dog pose, or heart melting pose. So leaving the hips directly above the knees, we're just going to walk the hands forward. And you can have the elbows soft if you like, as we open the heart towards the earth. And it might be that you rest your forehead on the earth. It might be it's heart and chin upon the earth. Take your time. We're creating this lovely kind of door wedge shape. but it's a lovely opener for the front line of the body. So we might think of opening through the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, but also through the heart as well. We're creating that beautiful sense of space that connects to the earth in this pose. And we're just finding our space here to breathe. And then what we're going to do from the puppy dog is we're going to move straight into our child's pose. So we're just going to slowly drop the bum back onto the heels. And you can take a little time if you want to take the knees. For example, if you want to take the knees wider or narrower, you can readjust as you settle from the puppy dog into the child's pose. You can bring in any support you like. If for any reason child's pose is not comfortable on your knees or ankles, you can stay in the puppy dog, if you please. So whatever works for you. Again, we're just taking our time to breathe, to settle. You can have a little wiggle or a shuffle if you like. So finding our own way to journey with the pose, to listen to anything that comes up within the body, and just, if we can, finding a little peaceful place where we can breathe and settle in the pose. Beautiful. So from our lovely child's pose, let's bring our hands under shoulders, and we're just going to return to all fours. So we'll bring the hips and knees back into alignment. We're coming back to the tabletop. And we'll just take a little flexion here. So we'll take an inhale, flex the spine in. We'll take an exhale, flex the spine out. And we'll just do a few of these, a few little cat and cow flexions. You can move in harmony with the breath if you like. And when you're ready, we'll just bring the spine back to neutral. So we'll come back to the tabletop with the flat back position. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to move into a low lunge position. So this is the one again where you might want a little bit of extra padding for the knees if you wish. But what we'll do is we'll bring the sole of the right foot between the hands and take as long as you need to get here. And it might be this already feels enough on the hips. If you feel like you want to open the hips a little more, feel free to slide the back knee away a little, but keep the front knee above the ankle if you can. It just makes a nice strong support. From here, slow and steady, we're going to bring the hand to the top of the right knee and just gently rise up. Beautiful. So we might feel a bit of opening through the hip. You might feel it within the thighs or the legs. If you feel happy here, you can stay with the hand on the knee, or we can float the hands skyward. We can take a few easeful breaths in whatever lunge feels comfortable. So keep the hand on the leg if you like. Reach the hands tall. Whatever works for you is lovely. Lovely, lovely. Breathe. Again, that idea of opening through the front body, just gently, easefully. Beautiful work. From here, let's gently release the hands to the earth. We're going to come back to all fours for a moment. Take a little wiggle if you want to. If you want to give the hips a little wiggle or the feet a little wiggle, feel free just to take a pause. And then when you feel ready to do so, we're going to bring my knee's just clicking there. You can bring the sole of the left foot between the hands. And again, take your time. Work with the placement of that back knee, what feels comfortable, what feels steady. Bring the hand to the front knee as we gently rise up. And then just as and when you feel ready to do so, we float the hands high to the sky. So we're creating this very gentle curve. There's almost like a little crescent shape from that back foot through the body. And even if the hands are at the knee, we're still creating a little curve. Breathe deep. And then once again, we'll float the hands to the earth. Once again, we'll return to all fours. And if it's comfortable, we're going to come to a nice wide knee child's pose. So you might be returning back to the wide knee. So big toes together, knees nice and wide. We'll sink the bum back onto the heels. We'll reach the hands forward, or any variation of child's pose you like. If you have a favorite version, you can come to any child's pose. And when you're ready, once more, bring the hands under shoulders to lift through head and heart. And then just take your time here. What we're going to do is we're going to bring the bum to the earth. We're going to sweep the legs around and bring the soles of the feet together. And we're just going to take a few breaths seated upright in this cobbler's pose or butterfly pose. So from the solar plexus downwards, so our sit bones, our knees, we're drawing them down towards the earth. But then from solar upwards, we're lifting towards as opposing forces are rising up and drawing down. So we take some easeful breaths with that gentle opening of the hips. And when you're ready, we're going to move to the reclining version of that pose. So the soles of the feet stay together, but I'm just moving so I have some space behind me. Check that it's safe for you to lay down on the ground. And if it's comfortable, we'll mirror the shape of the legs with the arms. So we'll take the hands overhead and let the elbows fall out either side. You can bring cushions or blocks underneath the knees if you want a little extra support. We'll just take some lovely breaths here. A passive pose, but still a nice powerful one for opening through the line of the front body. So we've got my hips, gentle opening through the belly. So sacral and solar, heart again. A lovely place to let the breath be slow and easeful. Aware perhaps of the rise and fall of the belly and the chest. And just allow ourselves to be with that unhurried breath. And everything we do from here will be upon the earth. So if you want to close the eyes, feel free to close the eyes. And then from here, we're just going to stretch out long through the body. So we're going to send the legs long. We're going to reach the arms overhead. So we're just creating a lovely long line upon the earth. And we'll just find a little space here. So if you want to wiggle, you can wiggle. If you want to take a little side stretch to one side and then the other, feel free to do so. So just finding a little space in your own way and just enjoying a little time upon the earth. And just when you feel ready to do so, we're going to bring the arms alongside the body. And we'll take a moment to prepare for our Shavasana, our relaxation and meditation time. So as always, no rush. You can gather your favorite socks or jumpers or blankies. Some people like to lay down for their Shavasana and meditation. Some people prefer to meditate seated. That's absolutely fine, whatever works for you. I know for some of you it's evening time. For some of you, we're still in the morning. So feel free to gather your cozy things and get ready for a snooze if it's the evening time. If it's daytime still, maybe we just enjoy it. This is a little pause. Whilst snoozing is not the goal of Shavasana, it's certainly no bad thing to have a little time and to feel restful enough. So don't ever worry if you do drift off into some other plane, whether it's sleep or somewhere else. So we're finding our place wherever that is for you, to come to a settling. To let the body settle. To let the breath settle into easeful rhythm. And to allow the mind to calm as best we can. We'll just pop a few busy thoughts aside perhaps, or let them drift away from our mind as if our world inside our head was like a blue sky, and each busy thought is a cloud that gently drifts, even if it's just for a moment. And taking here in this restful place, I'll take that lovely Sanskrit name of the solar plexus chakra, Manipura, the city of jewels. And we might imagine just above our belly button, a jewel of our own. It might sparkle, it might be a glowing light. It's our own little center of energy and of sparkle. And perhaps as we breathe and settle and allow the busy noises of the world to fall away, we can visualize this jewel. Maybe we can even hear it if we get really quiet. Maybe it tinkles, little sounds like sparkles or notes of a song. And we'll just allow every easeful inhale to draw in, to nurture and nourish this little jewel-like center. Maybe it glows a little brighter or sings a little sweeter with every breath. And if we wish, we may just, in our mind's eye, repeat a simple mantra. I am peaceful. I am powerful. I shine. I am peaceful. I am powerful. I shine. I am peaceful. I am powerful. I shine. And it might be, my beautiful yogis, the next inhale is just a little longer, a little deeper than the last. You might want to wiggle or stretch the body in any way that feels nice for you as we gently begin to bring our awareness back to the room and back to the day. Perhaps with the eyes closed for just a moment longer and with no rush, we'll gently bend the knees and pop the soles of the feet on the floor. You can roll to your comfortable side as we just take a few easeful breaths in that little yogi recovery pose, or anywhere you wish to journey. You might want to have a little wiggle or a twist, that's lovely as well. And when you feel ready to do so, we'll gently rise. We'll come to an easy seat. You can bring the blankets with you. It doesn't matter what way you're facing. We're just going to take a final moment to sit within perhaps a little of what we've nurtured and nourished in our practice today, whether that's a sense of calm or peace or simply just a little time out from your day. And to finish our practice today, we'll just bring the hands to heart center in prayer. We'll take a lovely inhale, sigh and exhale. From here, we can gently open the eyes if they're closed, and to ourselves and each other, we say Namaste. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you.